President Trump the Antichrist? No, but this is an Antichrist spirit creeping into the White House where he's Jesus, he's going to save us, we have to worship him. All of them comparing him to Jesus, comparing the weapons officer shot down on the plane to Jesus. I mean, this is cultic stuff.
The Antichrist is president. Okay. The Antichrist is president. The red heifer has been born. We are at war with Iran. The Strait of Hormuz is closed. At this point, reasonably, what really do you think is going to happen? What do you think is this is the end game. This is it. People are coming to the show now in 2026. The bombs have already dropped. Purim was last month, and people go, Mr. Fuentes, there's too many of them. What are we going to do? I'm like, I told you not to vote for Trump. The Antichrist was on the ballot. They practically said, Antichrist 2024, Gog and Magog and Armageddon. Like, you voted for this. I told you not to. Now you ask me, what can we do? Well, it's too late. There's nothing that can be done.
These are the same people who sort of didn't notice somehow that on Inauguration Day, the president did not take his oath of office with his hand on the Bible. His wife stood next to him holding it. I was about 15 feet away and saw it, but he did not put his hand on the Bible. And that should have been maybe a clue that we need to pause and think about, what is this? Why wouldn't you put your hand on the Bible? If you don't believe in the Bible, you think it's just a book, there's no cost to you to putting your hand on it, just kind of following the protocol, going along with the tradition. All presidents do it. Why aren't you doing it? You're choosing not to put your hand on the Bible when you take that oath. That suggests not that you don't believe it's real, because if you didn't believe it was real, why would you care? You'd put on the costume and take it off. It doesn't matter. That suggests you know it is real and you're rejecting it intentionally. You know what you're doing and you're doing it anyway. But right around January 4th, it became clear that maybe he didn't put his hand on the Bible because he affirmatively rejects what's inside that book. And what's inside that book are limits on human behavior. Because if there's one theme that spans all 66 books in the Christian Bible, it's that you are not God. And you cannot assume his powers. Because you don't have them. You may convince yourself you have them. You may want them. You may have been promised them. But in the end, they're not yours.